Spoilers! Yay! Well, this all really didn't go to plan, but whatever. I'm KuraIthys. So, for some reason you seem to be watching a technical test video. Why? This will be really boring, you know. You really shouldn't bother. So, you should probably just leave. I won't mind. Please? You're still here, aren't you? Alright, fine. Suit yourself. It's not my problem if you ignore my advice. Oh look, it's Flea. He's interesting. Anyway, since you're here, welcome, I guess. In particular, if you're one of my subscribers, hi. It's nice to know I have some, even if it is just the 9 of you. You probably weren't expecting this from me though, were you? Still, that's all not really important. You're here now, so maybe you're wondering what this video is about. Well, it's basically just small fragments of footage from console games. I mostly made it to test my recording equipment and editing software, but also to see what kind of things I can actually record at a reasonable quality. The answer, unfortunately, is not much, but it'll have to do for now. We'll see when I actually get around to proper video production. Hopefully I can make a few interesting videos with my existing equipment, but it is very limiting. If this starts to take off though, I'll make sure to get better stuff along the way. But I'm getting way ahead of myself here. I should make some proper videos first or something, right? Yeah. Anyway, now you get to watch me play Bit.Trip Beat. Yeah, the backgrounds in this game have always fascinated me, but when you're playing it you need so much concentration, you just can't look at them, really. They'll just get completely messed up. Oh, look, we just... Mario Galaxy, look at that. Yeah, anyway, sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about at the moment. But I did say this video is going to be boring. It's just not structured properly for entertainment purposes. But also, I've just been messing around with it so much. Obsessing over every little detail, especially the sound of my own voice, to the extent that, yeah, I'm really paranoid about my voice. Anyway, yeah, it's been taking forever, and I kind of just want to get this done now. And live with whatever it sounds like, or whatever it is. Can't keep going at a test video forever. I'll never get anything proper done. Anyway. So, just to have something to talk about, what you see me doing here is playing Mario Galaxy. In particular, this level is called Luigi's Purple Coins. And I would have to say it's pretty much one of the hardest levels in the game. Possibly one of the hardest of any recent Mario game, especially the 3D ones. And I'm not actually doing that well at it. Actually, all of the stuff in this video I'm doing quite badly at. You can see my jumps are off and out of alignment and things. Thing is, I haven't played most of these games in a really long time, so even though I was very good at them at one point, I'm really rusty. And even though I'm doing this successfully, this is like my 25th attempt at it. But then this is a nightmare of a level to do at the best of times. But having said that, I was at a point when I was still playing this where I could do this first time. Every time. And you can see the star there in the background. Anyway, let's just... I don't know, I'm just talking nonsense. It's probably really boring, but... as I said, I just want to get this over and done with and move on. And there's the star! Okay. So, now you're watching me play Knight's Journey of Dreams, which is a Wii game, funnily enough. What am I talking about? This song is just, there's like a dozen different versions of it in the game. It just keeps recurring over and over again. But also, yeah, anyway, this whole video is just structured wrong for talking about. As you can tell, this isn't even live, or I mean, it's almost impossible for it to have been recorded live, but partially that's because of how paranoid I am about my voice, but partially that's because of the way this is edited together. It just wouldn't have worked. And that makes it kind of hard to talk about this properly. Also, I should just warn you that if you're at all concerned about the spoiler warning I put up, the biggest spoiler in this video is about to come up. It's a section of Zelda Skyward Sword, right near the end. And this is another thing that looked so easy, doesn't it? But this took way too many attempts to get right as well. Although again, there was a time when I could have done it first time pretty much. It's not as embarrassing as what happens later, but whatever. Oh look, yes. This doesn't go on very long, because I was just so embarrassed by it. I had basically just completely forgotten how to do the fight. Just had no idea anymore. It was like, what am I doing? It's just embarrassing to watch, so I cut it off pretty soon. Of course, cut out most of the really embarrassing stuff, but still. Oh well. Link. Oh, that's so annoying. Right-handed Link. Especially because the controls are one-to-one and I'm not right-handed, so it just confuses me a lot. And the recording process I used is also incredibly difficult with games that require a lot of motion control. So, all in all, none of that helps very much. And then when I actually forget how you're supposed to do this fight on top of that, the end result is pretty disappointing. This actually goes on longer than I expected. Well, not expected, I mean remembered when I was recording it. Or I should say editing it, because this 15-minute video has about 2.5 hours of footage I recorded for it. And look at that. Amy Rose. She's cute. And creepy. Like me. Except I'm not cute. Or creepy. So, actually nothing like me at all. But, what are you gonna do? Well, I say that, but I'm actually pretty good at being creepy. Don't know why. It's a gift, I guess. I mean, I could just start being really creepy now. What have you been doing? Hello, YouTube. Have you seen what I've done with the place? Do you like it? Don't worry. You won't even notice that the door is locked behind you. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going there. Some other time maybe. Show you just how creepy I can be. Anyway. This footage, I guess, aside from showing how bad I am at Sonic and All-Stars Racing, also shows recording Wii U games isn't that easy. This is all... Technically, there is HD output, but I don't have the equipment to record HD footage, so... I mean, that's not even the biggest problem. The gamepad is a lot more of a headache. But that doesn't really matter for a game like this. Right. So this is Mighty Switch Force Hyperdrive Edition. Strange little Wii U eShop title. Actually, I think it's a port of a Nintendo DS title. But, I mean, it's kind of fun. It's sort of a puzzle game. But it has some really weird character names. That, like, you play as a cybernetic police officer whose name is Patricia Wagon. And, yeah. And your goal in each stage is to collect the 5 prisoners that have escaped. I mean, it's not that hard earlier on, but it gets more difficult in the later levels. This isn't that hard of a level. And that's probably weird that the name of that character, the little dog at the checkpoint, his name is, and I'm not kidding here, this is what it says in the manual, Ugly Twitching Dog. Yeah. You know. I mean, it's not as ridiculous as the floppy disks does. You heard that right? Yummy. Anyway, so apparently she eats those. Never mind, whatever. Yeah, so I'm considering what I should actually play when I get done with my test videos. I mean, at the moment it looks like I'm only going to be able to play console games. I'm intending to test a few PC ones as well to see what happens, but I don't have much hope that it'll work. But keeping in mind that I have a Wii U and nothing else at the moment, I have stuff in storage but can't do anything about that. Maybe you have a few suggestions for what my first actual series should be. Although that's probably hard to decide when you don't know what I have lying around. I just don't have any real money or resources right now, so can't make any promises, okay? But, you know. So we're coming up on the end of the video now. Last section is just some footage of Nintendoland. It's mostly... Oh, kitty. Meow. Yeah. Yeah. That was mostly just seeing worst case scenarios for Wii U footage, which is something which makes extensive use of the gamepad screen. As you can probably see here, there's no actual recording of the footage from what you would see on the gamepad if playing this. But I don't know. Maybe I can figure something out. Anyway, it's time to say bye.